There's a ton of noise in the health industry, so it's hard to even know what or who to listen to. This means that most people jump from diet to diet without really understanding what they're doing to their body. Every few years, there seems to be a totally new diet fad. In the 90s, it was low carb. Then we were encouraged to go low calorie. Now the fads are paleo, raw vegan, and gluten-free. These schools of thought are completely at odds with one another. The paleo people want us to eat like our prehistoric ancestors. That means we should be eating tons of meat, fish, and eggs while avoiding grains, sugars, and vegetable oils. Raw vegans encourage their followers to eat only raw fruits and vegetables. The gluten-free advocates tell people to avoid breads, pastas, and all forms of gluten, whether you have celiac disease or not. Then we are bombarded with the same conflicting information in exercise programs. It used to be aerobics and Taekwondo, and now it's CrossFit and Pilates. Is it better to train for a marathon or start lifting heavy weights? Ask 10 different experts and you'll get 10 different answers. Who then are we supposed to listen to? Who do we trust? What is the best thing to do? No wonder people get frustrated. Some people try a little bit of everything. Some don't even bother and continue their lifestyles of binge eating and inactive living rather than try to make sense of all the conflicting information out there. I found myself caught up in all of this nonsense ever since I was just 10 years old. My parents loved me very much, and they chose to express their love by giving me and my brothers food. We'd come home from school, and Mom would be there with a freshly baked batch of chocolate chip cookies. Dad would come home with pizzas or buckets of fried chicken, and then we'd all sit in front of the television and eat. Our house was always full of love, and it was also full of food. My parents are wonderful people, but they, like most American parents, didn't know much about nutrition. They couldn't teach us good habits because they didn't have any themselves. My parents just figured we could eat whatever we wanted and then burn off the calories by running around outside. What they didn't expect was the influence cable television and video games would have on me. My brothers started playing football when they were very little, so they had lots of opportunity to burn off calories. Me? I was more interested in staying in and watching television. My parents encouraged me to get into a sport or a dance class, but I preferred to just stay at home. Unfortunately, this meant that I put on a lot of weight as a little girl. The kids at school would call me mean names. Those kids were so cruel that I often came home in tears. No one should ever be treated that way. I hope to ensure that no more small children have to go through the humiliation and degradation I endured as a child. By the age of 10, I was already on my first diet. Of course, the only thing I knew about dieting was what I'd heard and seen on TV. That was back when the low-calorie fad was in full swing. I wasn't totally sure what a calorie even was, so I just figured it meant eat a lot less. And boy, did I ever. I was still eating the highly processed, unhealthy food that my parents were giving me, but I was eating a lot less of it. No one ever told me that the quality of the food matters as well. Maybe it should have been obvious that I should eat more fruits and vegetables, but I'd never been taught to eat those healthy foods. I figured everyone ate all of their meals from fast food restaurants and the frozen section of the supermarket. My school didn't even educate us very well on how to take care of our bodies. They just told us to go play on the playground and eat well. That doesn't mean much to a kid, especially one whose concept of eating well was eating a sleeve of Oreos after every meal. My first diet was very short-lived. I was probably restricting calories for about 2 weeks when, one day, I felt like I was going to pass out. Even as a kid, I knew that was bad. I quickly abandoned my restrictive diet and went back to my old habits. I figured maybe I was just meant to be the fat girl and that I was destined to be made fun of for the rest of my life. By the time I reached high school, I understood that fruit and vegetables were important for the human body to function properly. I'd kept trying various diets, but my success and my weight was never consistent. In fact, each time I tried a diet, I would ultimately end up gaining everything back plus some. It was so frustrating. It sucked being known as the fat girl with the pretty face. People would say, "Oh, your face is so pretty," obviously implying that my body was ugly. Some would even say, "You'd be hot if you lost some weight." Those kind of comments really stick with you. I was nearly 300 pounds my junior year, and I desperately wanted to lose half of that in time to go to my senior prom. This time, I decided to try something new. Low-fat diets were the hot new trend, so I decided to give that a try. I was still eating those frozen meals packed with mystery ingredients and preservatives, but I was choosing the low-fat versions. Little did I know that this was just a term companies slapped on their packages without really caring whether or not they were actually healthy. I also started taking an aerobics class. Yes, I began losing some weight, but it was really hard to stay motivated. I kept falling off the wagon and binging every time I felt worried or depressed. Everyone was in the process of applying for college, so we were all under a lot of pressure. I really wanted to get into an Ivy League school, so I felt the pressure even more than most of the kids. Where I hadn't succeeded in sports, I'd excelled in academics. My goal was to get into an excellent science program, get my PhD, then become a research biologist, and change the world. But first, I wanted to work hard so I could look good in my prom dress. After a year of eating horrible, low-fat food and trying to exercise once or twice a week, I had lost almost no weight. The problem was that I'd follow the program perfectly for a few weeks, then I'd get overwhelmed and binge for another few weeks. Then I'd get motivated again and start the process again from the beginning. By the time prom rolled around, I was pretty much the same weight I'd started at. All of my friends were invited to the prom by their boyfriends or other guys in the class. No one asked to go to the dance with me. Not even the nerds who were turned down by all the other girls considered asking me. I was so embarrassed to be the only one of my friends who didn't have a date to the prom. I decided that it would be best to just skip prom altogether. While my friends and classmates were all dressed up and enjoying the most fun night of their lives, I was at home with a pint of ice cream watching movies with my parents. It hurt so bad to know that my weight had stopped me from enjoying one of the biggest events in the life of a teenager. At this point, I felt completely hopeless. I'd gotten into an Ivy League school, and I graduated high school top of my class. I'd accomplished a lot academically, but it was really difficult to celebrate. Honestly, I felt like a fraud. It is really hard to actually feel successful when you're overweight, in my opinion. I couldn't pretend that I had my life together when it was so obvious that I couldn't even control my health. Throughout undergrad and graduate school, my weight kept yo-yoing. I tried so many diets and so many fitness classes. At one point, I was even taking those sketchy weight loss pills that are packed full of caffeine. I forgot that you aren't supposed to drink alcohol while on those pills. My classmates and I went out and had a few martinis, and a few hours later, I was sitting in the waiting room of an emergency care center. I thought I was legitimately having a heart attack. The doctor checked me out and calmed me down. He told me that the interaction of the caffeine and alcohol gave me the feeling of a heart attack. I was relieved that I wasn't actually dying, but I didn't stay relieved for very long. The doctor ran a bunch of tests on me and then revealed his results. The doctor told me that because I was very obese, I was actually pre-diabetic and at risk for heart disease. He told me that if I didn't lose weight soon, I would be coming back to the emergency room sooner or later. This was a really scary moment for me. I'd always avoided doctors because I didn't want them to tell me how unhealthy I was, as it was something I was well aware of. However, it was particularly scary to hear him tell me I was just inches away from developing a very serious condition due to my obesity. I told him that I was really trying to lose weight, but nothing was sticking. Whatever I was doing clearly wasn't working. He explained that all of the yo-yo dieting was destroying my metabolism and making me even heavier, which could result in even more problems in the future. I asked him what he thought was the best way to lose weight. He just said, "Eat less, move more." Catchy little phrases like that are cute, but they really oversimplify the problem. Everyone knows that eating less and being more active is how weight loss works, but that kind of advice doesn't tell you how to go about doing that. It doesn't acknowledge lifestyle, mindset, or pre-existing conditions. This is when I realized that doctors weren't really going to be able to help me. I couldn't turn to doctors, and I didn't know what health experts and fitness gurus to listen to. No one had given me clear, sustainable steps to permanently losing weight. Maybe I was going to be fat for the rest of my life. Unfortunately, this doctor didn't seem to think that I had much more life in me. It devastated me to think that I had worked so hard to become successful at school and in my developing career, only to hear that my inability to control my weight was going to strike me down while I was still so young. I really felt hopeless. It felt like my life was spinning out of control. The struggles with weight caused me to go through some pretty intense periods of depression. I would lock myself in my room and throw myself into schoolwork. I'd avoid my friends and family for weeks on end. I told them that I was just busy with all of my research and work, but they knew that was just an excuse. I felt ashamed that I couldn't get a handle on my health, so I retreated from the world. My mom was so worried that she drove halfway across the country and showed up at my apartment. I hadn't called her in nearly a month, and that made her really worried. I told her I was just busy finishing up my thesis and applying for research jobs, but she saw through the lie. She asked me how my diet was going. I just burst into tears. I told her that my doctor had told me that I was on the verge of becoming very sick due to my weight, and I didn't know what I could do to stop it. It seemed like I had tried and failed at everything. I felt like such a loser. I was so scared. My mom pulled me close and gave me the biggest hug of my life. "Sweetie, I am so sorry that this is happening to you. I wish we had taught you better habits as a kid. I'm sorry we gave you such a bad start." It broke my heart that my mother blamed herself for my weight problem. It wasn't her fault. It wasn't my fault. Everyone has struggles in life, and this was mine. What she said next changed my life forever. "Honey, you can't give up. You've gone to the best schools to become a top-notch researcher. Ignore what everyone else says and do the research yourself. I know you can find a way to change your body." She was right. I spent years studying biology and chemistry. I basically lived my life in the library. Somehow, it had never occurred to me to research my way out of my weight problem. I'd always just relied on the empty words of fitness and diet experts rather than figuring out what would be best for myself. The next day, I went straight to the library and started diving into every academic journal, study, and research paper about weight loss that I could get my hands on. By now, I was done writing my PhD dissertation, so I finally had plenty of time to dedicate to my own research pursuits. I jammed 8 notebooks full of notes. I was starting to put the pieces together. My research was leading me in the direction of natural, holistic medicine. I discovered that when it comes to the human body, synthetic chemicals are the enemy. I decided to talk to various experts and thought leaders in the field of holistic nutrition. What I discovered was that their ideas aligned well with a lot of the research in the medical community. When I felt satisfied that I had done enough research to get started, I began assembling a series of steps and methods that I thought might finally kickstart my weight loss. I began following my steps, and I saw a few results. I tweaked the steps and rearranged the order several times. Finally, I landed on a method I thought could really make a huge difference in my life. I began rapidly shedding weight, but I wasn't starving myself or exercising hours on end. Within less than a year, I'd gone from over 300 pounds down to 140 pounds. The weight, seriously, just fell off of my body. I hadn't been that small since I was just a little kid. The world seemed so much brighter and more exciting when I was holding on to less weight. People looked at me in a whole new light. Men were asking me on dates. I enjoyed going out dancing with my friends. The best part was that I'd developed a healthy relationship with foods. I'd effortlessly learned to love nutrient-dense foods, but I also indulged in my favorite desserts and treats. There wasn't a sense of anxiety when I had to order at a restaurant. And no, I wasn't eating salads for every meal. I just intuitively understood what my body needed and craved, and I knew how to nourish it properly. Exercise no longer felt like a chore, as it had my whole life. I taught my body to enjoy movement, but not to the point where I was exercising excessively. My life was busy, as I'd just started a new job as a research biologist and moved to a new city. There were lots of things going on in my life that could have stressed me out, but my health was not one of them. I felt so good that I knew I had to share this information with others. It would have been selfish to keep it to myself. My parents and brothers were so amazed by my results that they begged to know my secret. I told them about my method. They saw how easy it was, so they decided to give it a try. Within just a few weeks, they were rapidly dropping weight. They couldn't believe their own results. My mother encouraged me to start sharing this process with even more people. 12 years later, and I am just as healthy as I was when I started this journey. I've helped thousands of people lose weight and better their own health, and it makes me so happy to have been able to do so. At first, I just wanted to lose weight myself. I started seeing how my system started changing the lives of loved ones and strangers alike, and that's when I realized that I needed to take this worldwide. I'm on a crusade to help as many people lose weight as possible. This is why I've compiled all of this information in my wonderful guide, Weight Loss for Idiots. I've given the program a powerful name because I want you to finally feel like you're in control of your weight loss journey. This process is simple and easy to follow. People of all ages will be able to benefit from my method. I want to encourage people to stop wasting money on diet books, dangerous pills, and expensive gym memberships. You don't need to get liposuction or stomach band surgery. None of those things hold the true key to true permanent weight loss. My process has worked for so many people already, and I know that it will work for you. Weight Loss for Idiots is the one thing that will effortlessly take you from fat to fit. Of course, you'll need to dedicate yourself to this process. Nothing will work without dedication and determination. The great thing is that you won't need super strong willpower or countless hours to work on self-improvement. I've made sure that Weight Loss for Idiots can work for everyone, including those who have had trouble sticking to other programs and those who don't have a lot of spare time. This isn't like one of those annoying point system programs that makes you count up every single calorie you put into your mouth. That's obsessive behavior that can lead to trouble down the line. You won't have to go to awkward support group meetings and stand on a scale in front of a bunch of strangers. That can be unnerving and demoralizing for many people. This also isn't one of those ridiculously expensive food delivery programs that charge you a fortune for tiny, frozen, processed health food meals. Those are just gross. No, this program is none of those things. All you have to do is follow the simple, safe, natural steps in this guide to finally destroy that excess weight forever. There's nothing to lose when you give Weight Loss for Idiots a try. As a researcher, I was always kind of skeptical of alternative medicine, but my research has taught me that there's nothing weird about it. In fact, natural solutions can be very effective. Weight Loss for Idiots will show you the best way to take control of your health and body. What we'll be sharing with you in Weight Loss for Idiots is entirely natural. You won't be taking any risks with your health or body. The information you'll find in Weight Loss for Idiots will save you from a life of unhealthiness and obesity. I have had 0 health issues since following this process. You can have the amazing body and life you always dreamed of, and I want to help you get it. Today, with your Weight Loss for Idiots purchase, we will also be including 7 free bonuses that will help you become even healthier and happier. Bonus number 1, weight loss recipes. When you get home after a long day at work, it can be so tempting to grab takeout or heat up a frozen meal instead of making dinner completely from scratch. After all, you might feel like you don't have time or the energy. Losing weight and keeping the pounds off isn't a quick or easy process, but a few simple diet tricks can be a big help along the way. The secret is to eat foods that boost your metabolism and keep you feeling full all day long. The simple and delicious recipes inside the Weight Loss Recipes Guide will help you lose weight fast, and you'll never feel hungry while doing it. Bonus number 2, fat-burning desserts. Wouldn't you like to be able to eat delicious desserts without gaining any weight? With these healthy dessert recipes, you can eat tasty muffins, donuts, and so much more. Not only will these desserts help you burn fat, they'll also boost your energy. Inside the Fat Burning Desserts Guide, you'll discover delicious desserts you can enjoy without worrying about weight gain ever again. Bonus number 3, juicing for weight loss. Freshly made raw juices can have a remarkable effect on your body. With juicing, you'll lose weight faster, experience higher energy levels, faster recovery from illness, a slowing of the aging process, a sharper mind, and better overall health. If you want to have better control over your weight, the only way to do it is from the inside, with freshly made juices that are naturally full of nutrients, like antioxidants, enzymes, minerals, and vitamins. Find out how to get a healthier and stronger body with juicing in this amazing guide. Bonus number 4, 3-day weight loss meal plan. Have you ever noticed that some days you seem to gain more weight for no reason at all? Did you pause to think about what you ate recently? Many foods affect our weight, both positively and negatively, and it is important to understand which foods to avoid and which ones to consume. This incredibly effective 3-day meal plan will help you lose weight quickly. The 3-day weight loss meal plan will not only help you lose weight quickly, but also provide you with more energy throughout the day. Commit yourself for 3 days to this meal plan and effectively lose excess weight in just 3 days. Bonus number 5, detox bath secrets. A detox bath can help bring your body back into balance. When your body is free of toxins, it will be able to absorb and utilize nutrients better, and your metabolism will work more efficiently. Many ingredients in detox baths are anti-inflammatory, and as inflammation may get in the way of healthy weight loss efforts, taking steps to lower it can be greatly beneficial. Furthermore, these baths can be highly relaxing. When you take steps to manage your stress, it can be much easier to stick to a healthy lifestyle regimen. You may also feel more balanced, and thus less likely to engage in emotional eating. Taking a detox bath not only boosts your health and well-being, but it also strengthens your immune system and prevents disease. The Detox Bath Secrets Guide will help you get rid of all the unwanted toxins in your body and help you lose weight faster. Bonus number 6. Delicious salad recipes. Salads make you feel great, have more energy, stabilize your mood, and help in keeping your body as healthy as possible. Having a salad every now and then also has many advantages, so the more of them you have, the healthier you will be. Inside the Delicious Salad Recipes Guide, you'll discover over 350 delicious salad recipes to help you become healthier. If you plan to be more fit, and if a healthy life is your objective, you need to start eating more salad, starting today. Bonus number 7. Weight Loss Motivation Secrets. Do you find it difficult to focus on your weight loss goals? Perhaps you lack the required motivation to keep trying failure after failure. It's only natural that you'd lose your motivation after trying countless weight loss methods without seeing any real results. Discover everything you need to know to get your motivation back inside the Weight Loss Motivation Secrets Guide. Remember, it all starts in the mind. Learn how you can get the internal motivation required to achieve the physical changes you desire. These bonuses will make your new, slim life even better than you can imagine. These bonuses emphasize the important elements for leading a well-balanced life. The Weight Loss for Idiots Guide and the 7 amazing bonuses are immediately accessible and compatible with any smartphone, tablet, or computer, so that you can begin experiencing all of the amazing benefits in literally just seconds from now. Click on the order button below to get instant access to Weight Loss for Idiots and all of these amazing bonuses right now. I am positive that the Weight Loss for Idiots Guide will help you finally get the results you have always wanted faster than you can ever imagine. However, I understand if you are a bit skeptical. That's why I'm going to make you a special offer today. When you click the order button below and purchase Weight Loss for Idiots, you will also get my amazing guarantee. If at any time over the next 60 days you feel Weight Loss for Idiots hasn't worked for you, simply return the guide and I'll refund you the purchase price. No questions asked. When you click on the order button below, you'll have instant access to the invaluable information in Weight Loss for Idiots provided in a simple, downloadable format. If our guide doesn't work for you, I'll be happy to refund your money for you. I'm confident because I know it will help you, just as it has helped countless others. I encourage you to use this opportunity to try this system for yourself. If I wasn't certain that Weight Loss for Idiots would help you, I would certainly not make you this special offer. This is my way of letting you know that I know that this information is accurate, complete, and 100% effective. I've tried pretty much every diet out there, and none of them can do exactly what my system can. Even if you decide to return Weight Loss for Idiots, we'd like you to keep the 7 free bonuses. I want you to have access to this amazing material for the rest of your life. Weight Loss for Idiots is totally natural, and you will no longer waste your money on ineffective solutions. Nothing in Weight Loss for Idiots will cause dangerous side effects or involve chemicals of any kind. There is no confusing or misleading information in this guide. You'll know exactly what you need to do in order to experience amazing results. Follow the instructions in Weight Loss for Idiots, and you will begin releasing excess weight within the first few weeks of trying it. When you click the order button below, you'll discover what to do so that you can experience your own miracle. Take control of your health and your body. Purchase Weight Loss for Idiots now and start losing weight immediately. Click on the order button below to get instant access to Weight Loss for Idiots and the 7 free bonuses right now.